What you can borrow and what you should borrow can vary greatly. The amount between the two can be the difference between buying a property and settling it or losing your deposit. Before purchasing a property, it's quite important to establish your borrowing capacity in advance. In this podcast, we discuss this in a little more detail. First up, understand your borrowing capacity. Your borrowing capacity is the first step in identifying what you can borrow. Learning what you are in a position to buy before shopping will ensure you look at properties relevant to your budget. It's never a nice feeling falling in love with a property that's over $100,000 more than what you can borrow. However, knowing the difference between what you can borrow and what you should borrow is very different. A pre-approval or an indicative approval isn't a formal approval. The bank may indicate their support, but if the property location or the change of your circumstances occurs, this can be problematic. It's not a good idea to allocate more than 30% of your monthly household income to repaying your loan. So shopping for a property based on what you can afford is a safer guide rather than what the bank's indicating. Establish a cash flow budget. As part of your understanding of what you can borrow, you'll need to establish a cash flow budget. When doing so, look at your net income and subtract your expenses based on a weekly or monthly basis. This will allow you to identify if the loan repayments will fit within your net cash flow. It is also quite a wise decision to practice your budget before you own a property. Create a simulation version of your own cash flow and learn how the extra costs affect your cost of living. This is a really helpful way, particularly for first home buyers who haven't had a lot of experience in owning a home. There are many different types of expenses that can easily be overlooked. Don't forget to add into your membership fees, travel expenses, and allocate some money to meet some personal entertainment or shopping. There are many great online calculators that can certainly help. If you're unable to calculate your own cash flow budget, perhaps consulting a financial advisor would be a good solution. Review the new expenses that will occur when buying the property. Once you've established a cash flow budget, you also need to consider the property outgoings, as there are definitely going to be additional holding costs that may not be in your current budget. This is a great early step for first home buyers who haven't had the responsibility to own a home before. Property outgoings can include building and contents insurance, council rates, water rates, owners' corporations if applicable, just to name a few. If you plan to occupy the property, you'll also need to consider utilities such as electricity, gas and water. In summary, what you can borrow and what you should borrow can vary greatly. Don't ever overexpose yourself and place unnecessary pressure on yourself. Borrow within your means so you can keep your quality of life while paying the loan repayments. Buying a property is very exciting and likely one of the best financial decisions you'll make. However, it does involve a long commitment, so always stick to what you can borrow. The lending landscape can be quite complicated, and it's for this very reason we recommend you consult a mortgage broker. They can help provide you with both your borrowing capacity and loan application. Having a professional support, you'll also ensure that you have making an informed decision. If you're thinking of buying a property off the plan or you want to learn more about it, please don't hesitate to contact us. We would be delighted to help you make the right decision in your buying future. If you'd like to learn more about what we do and a little bit more about who we are, feel free to visit our website, www.crestproperty.net.au. Bye for now.